Hello, English speakers. Welcome to SNS. I am Martin, your English practicing partner. This is episode 2 of our English Fluency practice series. I know that you can understand English, but whenever you try to speak, the words seem to vanish from your mind, and you don't know what to say. Don't worry, that's completely normal. In today's session, we're going to shadow an interesting story titled The Golden Bird. It's a beginner-friendly session designed to help you improve your speaking confidence and fluency. This shadowing practice is very helpful for learning daily conversational English, whether for class, the office, or any test or interview. Even if you are a beginner, it will be very useful for starting your English learning journey. Your job is simple. Listen to me carefully and try to copy the words, tone, and rhythm. And if you find any word difficult, don't worry. I'll explain everything after the story, so keep watching until the end. If you found this video helpful or can relate to it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, and give the video a thumbs up. It will help other learners discover this video too. If you want to watch more videos from this series, check out the description. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So stay focused, grab a cup of tea, and let's start. Once upon a time, in a quiet kingdom surrounded by tall forests and wide rivers, there lived a wise old king. He ruled his people with fairness and kindness. His palace stood on a hill, shining like gold when the morning sun touched its walls. The king had 3 sons. The eldest was proud, the middle one lazy, and the youngest kind and gentle. Behind the palace was a beautiful garden, filled with all kinds of trees, flowers, and fruits. But the most precious thing in that garden was a single tree that bore golden apples. The king loved this tree dearly and visited it every evening. One morning, when the king went to see the tree, his face grew pale. "Oh no," he cried. "Someone has stolen one of my golden apples." The same thing happened the next night and the next. Every morning, one golden apple was missing. The king grew worried and called his sons. "My sons," he said, "someone is stealing from our garden. Whoever catches the thief will be rewarded with half of my kingdom." The eldest son spoke proudly. "Father, don't worry. I'll keep watch tonight and catch the thief." That evening, he went into the garden with his sword and sat under the golden tree. For a while, everything was quiet. The stars shone bright and the air was cool. But soon the boy grew sleepy. His eyes closed, and by midnight, he was fast asleep. When the morning came, another apple was gone. The king was angry, but said nothing. The second son stepped forward. "Father, I'll guard the tree." That night, the young prince sat beneath the golden tree. To keep himself awake, he sang quietly and splashed cold water on his face. Around midnight, the garden suddenly glowed with a soft golden light. He looked up and gasped. A beautiful bird with shining golden feathers was sitting on the tree. Each feather sparkled like sunlight. "Oh my goodness," the prince whispered. "It's the golden bird." The bird pecked at one of the apples. Quickly, the prince aimed his bow and shot an arrow, but it only brushed the bird's tail. A single golden feather fell to the ground as the bird flew away. The prince picked it up and took it to his father. When the king saw the feather, his eyes widened. "This feather is worth more than all the treasures of my kingdom," he said. But the eldest son said coldly, "If one feather is so valuable, think how rich we would be if we had the whole bird." The king agreed and told his sons to go find the golden bird. The eldest son left first. He traveled through forests and hills until he reached a crossroad. There stood an old man with gray hair and kind eyes. "Good morning," said the old man. "Where are you going?" "That's none of your business," the eldest son replied rudely and rode away. Soon he reached a village and saw an inn with lights and music. "I'll rest here tonight," he said. But he spent his days eating, drinking, and wasting time. He never looked for the bird again. When the eldest didn't return, the second son went out. He met the same old man who asked the same question. But the second son also ignored him and took the same path. He too reached the same village and stayed in the same inn and forgot his mission. Finally, the youngest son prepared to go. The king blessed him and said, "Be careful, my son, and trust your heart." At the same crossroad, the young prince met the same old man. When the old man asked, "Where are you going?" the prince bowed politely and said, "I am looking for the golden bird that stole my father's apples." The old man smiled. "You are kind and honest. I'll help you." He handed the prince a small silver cage. "You will find the bird sitting in a golden cage inside a castle. But don't touch the golden cage. Use this silver one instead, or you'll bring trouble upon yourself." The prince thanked him and continued. After a long journey, he reached a grand castle. Inside, he found the golden bird sitting in its cage, shining like fire. "How beautiful you are," the prince whispered. Remembering the old man's words, he placed the bird gently into the silver cage. But just as he was leaving, he thought, "Maybe I should take the golden cage too. It looks more fitting for such a bird." The moment he touched it, alarms rang through the castle. Soldiers rushed in, and the prince was captured. The king of the castle came and said, "You tried to steal my bird. You shall die." The young prince fell to his knees. "Please forgive me, your majesty. I didn't mean harm." The king looked at him for a moment and said, "I'll let you go, but only if you bring me the golden horse that runs faster than the wind." The prince agreed and set out again. On his way, he met the same old man. "You didn't listen to my advice," the old man said with a sigh. "Still, I'll help you once more. When you find the horse, it will be kept in a golden stall. Don't touch the golden reins. Use the simple ones instead." The prince nodded and promised to obey. When he reached the stable, the horse was there, its mane shining like silk. He put on the simple reins. But again he thought, the golden ones would look better. As soon as he touched them, soldiers caught him again. Their king said, "You tried to steal my horse. You'll be punished." The prince begged for mercy, and the king said, "I'll spare you if you bring me the princess from the golden castle." The prince agreed and went on. The old man appeared once more. "You didn't listen twice, but this is your last chance," he said kindly. "When you find the princess, don't let her go inside the golden palace until morning. Then she will come with you willingly." The prince reached the golden castle and met the princess. She was more beautiful than sunlight. She smiled at him kindly, and soon her heart softened. "I will go with you," she said. But the prince grew impatient and took her away before dawn. The golden castle glowed behind them, and suddenly the ground shook. The guards woke up and chased them. Just when they were about to be caught, the old man appeared again. He waved his hand, and the guards vanished like mist. "You are safe now," he said. "You have learned your lesson. Never let greed or haste rule your heart." With the old man's help, the prince returned with the princess, the golden horse, and the golden bird. When he reached home, his father welcomed him with joy. The king was proud and said, "You have done what your brothers could not. You are brave and true." The golden bird sang a song so sweet that everyone in the palace stopped to listen. The horse neighed softly, and the princess smiled at the prince with tears in her eyes. The king made his. From that day on, the kingdom lived in peace. The golden bird sang every morning, the horse ran freely in the fields, and the young prince ruled with kindness and honesty, never forgetting the lessons he had learned on his journey. And whenever someone spoke of courage, wisdom, and patience, they always remembered the story of the young prince and the golden bird. Now, it's time to explain the meanings of the most difficult words from the story, along with their contextual usage and one simple alternative that you can use in your daily conversations. Word number 1, precious, meaning very valuable or important. Example, the king's golden apples were his most precious treasure. Alternative, valuable, priceless. Word number 2, pale, having little color in the face, showing fear or worry. Example, the king's face grew pale when he saw the golden apples missing. Alternative, colorless, faint. Word number 3, confidently, meaning in a sure and hopeful way. Example, the second son said confidently that he would catch the thief. Alternative, boldly, surely. Word number 4, glowed, meaning shone softly with light or warmth. Example, the garden glowed with a golden light at midnight. Alternative, shined, radiated. Word number 5, sparkled, meaning shone brightly with small flashes of light. Example, each feather of the golden bird sparkled like sunlight. Alternative, twinkled, glimmered. Word number 6, rude, meaning not polite or respectful. Example, the eldest son was rude to the old man at the crossroad. Alternative, impolite, harsh. Word number 7, alarms, meaning loud sounds used to warn of danger or trouble. Example, the moment he touched the golden cage, alarms rang through the castle. Alternative, sirens, alerts. Word number 8, mercy, meaning kindness shown to someone who has done wrong. Example, the prince begged the king to show him mercy. Alternative, pity, forgiveness. Word number 9, impatient, meaning not willing to wait, in a hurry. Example, the prince grew impatient and left before dawn. Alternative, restless, hasty. Word number 10, vanished, meaning disappeared suddenly. Example, the guards vanished like mist when the old man waved his hand. Alternative, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the story and learned something new today. Whether you're a beginner or an intermediate English speaker, remember, practice every day and stay confident. And one important thing, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Keep learning, keep improving, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye and take care.